all the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippine Army welcomes 712 new recruits for basic military training. AFP concludes Enhanced Defense Resource Management Workshop for 2024. Over 100 Filipinos ready for repatriation from Lebanon amid escalating tensions. COMELEC expects number of COC filers to swell this weekend.
Good day, everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Friday, October 4th. We'll bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our stories, the Philippine Army welcomed 712 new recruits as they began their 4-month basic military training at the Macabulos Grandstand Camp O'Donnell, Capas, Tarlac. Colonel Enrique Deocadas, Junior Commander of the Initial Military Training Center, urged the recruits to persevere through the rigorous training and stay committed in serving the nation. The 16-week course aims to develop physically and mentally capable soldiers who embody the Army's core values of honor, patriotism, and duty. The batch includes 84 female trainees, reflecting the Army's commitment in gender equality.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines successfully concluded the Enhanced Defense Resource Management System Workshop for calendar year 2024 at the Western Command Headquarters, Palawan. The 3-day workshop, led by the AFP's Office of the Deputy Chief of Staff for Financial Management OJ-10, aimed to enhance financial management skills among personnel. With the theme Developing a Responsive Annual Plan and Budget, it focused on improving resource utilization and ensuring efficient execution and reporting across AFP units. The AFP remains committed in good governance and transparency in financial management.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's hear a report on the ground about TESDA Specialist Highlands Vocational Training's role in Peace Building on Community Talk program. Go for the details, Beth Añete.
Technical and Education and Skills Development Authority Specialist 2 Rosendo Suelo lead the discussion on the role of TISDA in supporting the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict during the Community Talk program organized by the 14th Civil Military Operations Katipanan Battalion. He emphasized how vocational training and livelihood programs aid conflict affected communities, fostering economic empowerment and stability. The 14th CMO Battalion remains committed in promoting collaboration and community development as part of its support for NTF-LCAC. This is Beta Nietes reporting for the EFP Community News, one EFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Añete.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The provincial government of Bukidnon, in collaboration with the 403rd Infantry Brigade and provincial lines agencies, held a consultative meeting or pulong-pulong in Barangay Lacolak, Baungon, Bukidnon. Over 200 household heads and sector leaders participated, raising community issues and concerns. The meeting aimed to identify key challenges faced by residents, serving as a foundation for the provincial government to address their needs and implement solutions. This initiative highlights the government's commitment in exclusive governance and effective problem solving at the grassroots level.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the report with occasion reported that Typhoon Holian has impacted more than 2.6 million students and caused an estimated 85 million pesos in damages to schools across 8,200 schools in 5 regions, including Ilocos, Cagayan Valley, Cordillera, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon. Among the affected schools, 22 were flooded, 23 are being used as evacuation centers, 14 are totally damaged, and 100 are partially damaged. Additionally, over 130,000 teachers and non-teaching personnel have been impacted. Batanes province sustained the heaviest damage with many school structures destroyed.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from JR about AFP Chief welcomes ZEC Ambassador to strengthen defense ties.
Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief of Staff Romeo S. Browner Jr. welcomed Czech Ambassador Karel Hensch in a courtesy visit yesterday. It aims to enhance defense cooperation between Philippines and the Czech Republic. The meeting also explored ways to boost cybersecurity capabilities through technology transfers and defense innovations. Relatedly, General Browner expressed gratitude for the Czech Republic's support of the AFP's modernization efforts. This is JR reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, JR.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Migrant Workers announced that more than 100 Filipinos are prepared to return home from Lebanon as Israel's attacks on Hezbollah intensify. Undersecretary Bernard Olalaya stated that 111 Filipinos are awaiting departure, while another 115 are awaiting exit permits. Once processed, over 200 individuals will be ready for evacuation. Olalaya mentioned that there are currently 4 shelters accommodating Filipinos in need of assistance. The DMW also expects the number of repatriation requests to rise in the coming days and is preparing accordingly.
DWDD National News.
Commission on Elections Chairperson George Erwin Garcia said that he expects the number of certificates of candidacy for senator and party list representative to pick up during the weekend. He explained that there are several factors that contribute to the aspirants' decision to file their COCs. He said that some aspirants are waiting on others or intend to make their move after finding out who else has filed their candidacy first, while some believe in feng shui or in superstitions.
Armed Forces Radio.
From First CRG, let us hear some information from Meljoy about NOLCOM inaugurates renovated St. Thomas Aquinas Chapel at Camp Aquino.
Yes, Rofh, the Northern Luzon Command and the Multi-Sector Governance Council inaugurated the newly renovated St. Thomas Aquinas Chapel at Camp Aquino on Thursday, October 3, 2024. The renovation was made possible through the generous contributions of NLEX Corporation and other benefactors. The ceremony began with a ribbon cutting and the unveiling of the chapel's commemorative marker, followed by a holy mass and blessing led by Most Reverend Oscar Jaime El Florencio, Bishop of the Military Ordinariate of the Philippines. The revitalized chapel now stands as a place of reflection, comfort, and spiritual guidance for soldiers and their families at Camp Aquino. Key stakeholders signed a deed of donation, formalizing the collaboration that made the renovation possible. Mr. J. Luigi L. Bautista, President and General Manager of NLEX Corporation, Dr. Mirna Q. Malyari, Chairperson of the MSGC, Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force, Commander of Northern Luzon Command represented by Commodore Carl A. De Capia, Philippine Navy, Deputy Commander of NOLCOM, and Mr. Rodrigo F. Franco, Director of Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, each played a vital role in this initiative. The renovation of the chapel was initiated by NOLCOM's MSGC, a group of leaders from diverse sectors who advise on the implementation of the NOLCOM Transformation Roadmap. The Council focuses on governance, resource generation, and strategic initiative that enhance the command's overall operations and the well-being of its personnel. The MSGC continuously demonstrates its commitment to the well-being of the NOLCOM personnel, as evidenced by its previous support for the refurbishment of the NOLCOM Transient Facility with nearly 9 million pesos in donations, and its role in facilitating NOLCOM's successful recertification under the AFP Transformation Roadmap institutionalization pathway. This is Meldra Nesha Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy from First CRG.
DWDD National News.
The House of Representatives has formed the Quinta Committee, which is tasked to investigate the issues of smuggling and price manipulation in the country. The mega panel is composed of the committees on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry, Agriculture and Food, Social Services, and the Special Committee on Food Security. The Quintacom will conduct its joint inquiry on issues of price manipulation of basic goods and essential commodities, as well as to address hunger and promote food and nutrition security. Once the hearings of the mega panel are finalized, it is tasked to come up with a comprehensive report on possible remedial measures to address the issues at hand.
DWDD. National News.
The Department of Agriculture will review a request to grant emergency use authorization for the African swine fever vaccine from Vietnam. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. said will study their request, which will allow greater access to the ASF vaccine for backyard piggeries. The agency explained that the emergency use authorization is a mechanism intended to expedite the availability and use of medical countermeasures such as vaccines during public health emergencies. Currently, the ASF vaccine is under monitored release as granted by the Food and Drug Administration to the manufacturer.
Armed Forces Radio.
We have a report coming in about Peacemaker Farm earns TESDA certification. Ready to launch organic agriculture training programs. Go on for the details, Mark.
Yes, Rofh. The 403rd Infantry Brigade's Peacemaker Farm has received the Certificate of Tibet Program Registration from Technical Education and Skills Development Authority in Cagayan de Oro City. It was presented by Regional Director Rafael Y. Abrugar to Brigadier General Michelle B. Anayron Jr. and farm staff. This certification enables Peacemaker Farm to offer TESDA-accredited courses in organic agriculture, including chicken raising, vegetable production, and fertilizer preparation. These programs aim to empower local communities with sustainable farming skills, supporting in reintegration and livelihood opportunities. Relatedly, Peacemaker Farm is set to welcome its first batch of trainees soon. This is Mark reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mark.
DWDD. National News.
For other development story, Department of Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. has ordered the strict monitoring of the retail prices of agricultural commodities. This comes as Chu Laurel implemented a revamp of DA personnel assigned to conduct daily price watches in over 40 Metro Manila markets. The DA chief said the personnel are required to be at their respective market assignments by 5 a.m. Among the establishments covered by the price monitoring are Muñoz Market, Cloverleaf Balintawak, Mega Q Mart, and Kamuning Market.
DWDD. National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. vowed for more balanced and conducive environment. In his speech during the 2024 National Teachers' Day celebration in Cubao, Quezon City, he reiterated that improving the education sector remains his administration's key priority. He also called on Education Secretary Sonny Angara to continue improving the quality of education, uphold the rights of teachers, and adapt to the ever-evolving needs of the academic landscape. The president emphasized that public school teachers will be properly compensated once they exceed the prescribed 6 hours of classroom teaching every day.
Armed Forces Radio.
And more updates from Ella Mercado about authorities nabbed to regional HVI in anti-illegal drug campaign in Pasig City.
Through the combined efforts of Station Drug Enforcement Unit, Intelligence Section, and Police Substation 5 of Pasig City Police, together with personnel of Pasig City Anti-Drug Abuse Office, 2 male drug suspects listed as Regional High-Value Individual Priority Database on Illegal Drugs rank number 5 and rank number 9 were arrested in the continuing anti-illegal drug campaign which was carried out in Barangay Pinagbuhatan, Pasig City. According to the report reaching Police Colonel Hendrix Mangaldan, Chief of Police. The arrested suspects were identified as alias Pogi, 45 years old, and alias Joseph, 22 years old, which were both confiscated by the total of 24.54 grams of suspected shabu with standard drug price of 166,872 pesos. Aside of illegal drugs, also confiscated to their possession are 3 pieces of genuine 100 peso bills with marked serial numbers as buy-bus money. A case of violating Section 5 and Section 11, Article 2 of Republic Act 9165, otherwise known as Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act Law of 2002, will be filed against them. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National News.
Moving on to another story, teachers employed by the Department of Education would receive a 1,000 peso World Teachers Day incentive benefit tomorrow, October 5. House Committee on Appropriations Vice Chairperson and Makati's 2nd District Representative Luis Campos Jr. said the Congress earmarked 912 million pesos to fund the incentive. He noted that the lower chamber is determined to sustain the annual funding for the WTDIB for the teachers. Campos noted that at the 2025 national budget, they have approved another 955 million peso allocation for the said benefit.
DWDD National News.
Senator Sherwin Gatchalian said the upcoming first visit of South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol to the Philippines will further solidify the bilateral relations between the two countries. Gatchalian, who chairs the Philippines-South Korea Parliamentary Friendship Association in the Senate, said that he has witnessed firsthand the remarkable growth of bilateral ties. He added that bonds between the Philippines and South Korea are not merely founded on formal agreements or shared interests, but on a profound brotherhood that transcends time and generations. President Yoon is undertaking a 2-day state visit starting on Sunday, October 6, to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the two countries' bilateral relations.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Mars about Philippine Fleet welcomes a new batch of special enlistees under FOSR program.
Yes, Rofh, good afternoon. The Philippine Fleet officially welcomed 42 special enlistees under the Fleet Operation Shipboard Rating Program at the Naval Operating Base in Subic, Zambales. The recruit took their oath, marking the start of their military careers with the Fleet Support Group. Chief of Fleet Staff Captain Louis Lincuna urged the enlistees to pursue excellence and competence as they prepare for the Sailor Basic Course. He emphasized that it aims to equip them with the skills needed to operate the fleet modern asset. This is Mars reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mars.
DWDD National News.
Go Negosyo founder Joey Concepcion said the country's agriculture sector could reach its full potential if it redefines strategies and adopts modern practices. He explains such an approach requires embracing science and innovation, implementing policy adjustments, and attracting investments from the public and private sectors. He also noted that the country needs to achieve higher agricultural productivity and inclusive growth across all the stakeholders in the sector. Data from the Philippine Statistics Authority indicates that agriculture posted negative growth in the second quarter of 2024.
DWDD National News.
The Bureau of Jail Management and Penology is urging the persons deprived of liberty or PDLs to enroll and be college graduates while in detention. BJMP spokesperson Superintendent J. Rex Bustinera said college education is important for the PDLs as this would increase their chances of getting jobs upon their release from detention. Currently, the BJMP has produced 19 college graduates. Aside from this, the BJMP's alternative learning system garnered a total of 131,312 PDL beneficiaries in both the elementary and secondary levels.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear from Kevin about AFP welcomes new cyber group commander.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines officially welcomed the new commander of the AFP Cyber Group in a change of command ceremony yesterday. The said activity was presided by AFP Vice Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura, wherein Colonel Joey T. Fontiveros formally succeeded Brigadier General Walter P. Icaru, who served in an acting capacity. The new commander was previously Deputy Commander of the Philippine Army Signal Regiment. Moreover, Lieutenant General Cordura praised Brigadier General Icaru for his contributions in enhancing AFP cyber defense and expressed confidence in Colonel Fonteveros' leadership in bolstering national security in the digital age. This is Kevin reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Kevin.
DWDD National News.
The local government of Pasig City received a mobile laboratory from the Libreng Laboratorio Consulta at Gamot para sa Lahat or Lab for All program. The Lab for All is a flagship outreach program that offers an array of services such as free consultations, free medicines, and basic laboratory tests done in the Bagong Pilipinas mobile clinics. Mayor Vico Soto expressed his gratitude to the President and First Lady for bringing the program to the city. Aside from Pasig, the municipality of Santa Catalina in Ilocos Sur and the Tacloban city government also received the mobile laboratories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in next week for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.